Welcome to contest time here on the Wicker Bar. This could be yours. Party Pals beverage accessories, straight out of the 1970s, unused, mint in the box. And just in case you haven't already managed to pick up a copy of this, the lucky winner will also receive an autographed copy of Cocktails and Mixed Drinks from the Wicker Bar. Curated by yours truly, Lord Zippy Blaine, the Duke of the goddamn motherfucking Delridge. Artwork by a cavalcade of stars, an all-star lineup of artists gathered from around the world, around the globe. Just tune into this episode of the Wicker Bar, and you'll learn how you can enter for your chance to win this cocktail making kit. Oh, come on in now. Welcome to Happy Hour at the Wicker Bar. You know me. I'm the host of this video, Lord Zippy Blaine, the Duke of the goddamn motherfucking Delridge. If you're new to our channel, you know what we're doing here. We are mixing up cocktails. Occasionally, I'm up in the kitchen cooking dinner, which it's been a while, but I do have a plan for next week. That's right. We are getting ready for another contest, another action-packed contest where you, one of our viewing audience somewhere around the world, could win this cocktail making kit as well as an autographed copy of Cocktails and Mixed Drinks from the Wicker Bar. Just stay tuned till later on in this episode, and we will tell you what you need to do to win this fabulous prize. Today's cocktail comes courtesy of Mikey Mike Drummer. We were talking to him the other night, and he was talking about a cocktail called the Cable Car. So I want you all to hop on that cable car. We're heading up to Nob Hill. Just pretend like we're down in San Francisco, back in the old days when we used to enjoy visiting San Francisco. This cocktail is called the Cable Car, and it's from the Starlight Room. Let me see what it's called. Yeah, the Starlight Room at the St. Francis Drake Hotel, down there kind of up on Nob Hill. You ever been to San Francisco? Have we ever rode the cable cars? Did we do that once? Maybe just once. Twice. It's really hectic. You got to jump on them like somewhere up on the route. If you try to get them like downtown where they turn around, that's a freaking mess down there. So Mike Drummer. I guess Mikey, that's what we're calling him, right? We're calling him Mike. We're a little bit more formal. He was over here the other afternoon, and Rael actually mixed up a few batches of Brambles for everybody. I was personally having a little bourbon, and our friend Tony D was having a little beer. And we were, I guess, having a few drinks here before we headed out to see the rock and roll bands. There was a triple threat, Crown of Thorns, Agnostic Front, and Sick of It All, who just fucking shredded like you wouldn't believe. So he's talking Cable Car. Never heard of this drink. And if you're not really familiar with the world of cocktails, you don't really realize that there's thousands and thousands of cocktails. It's just like going to Starbucks. Just the things that you could do with a bottle of gin, some vermouth, some simple syrup, and just a few other things. You just go crazy. So the Cable Car. So I looked it up, and originally Simon Difford credited the cocktail to Corey Raystad, who was a bartender here at this at the Starlight Room there at the Sir Francis Drake. But then later on he retracted it, and it was credited to Tony Abu Ghanem. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So he was actually in charge of the bar, so he really actually came up with the drink, and I think somebody else, as often happens, people want to take credit for things that they didn't do. So this 1996 is when this cocktail came out. It's not that old, but it calls for some spice rum, different versions of the cocktail. I'm doing kind of an in between the version that's in the Difford guide and what is supposedly the traditional version. The traditional version is supposed to use the Marie Brizard Curacao, which we don't have, but we're just going to use this Cointreau instead. And then the Difford version does also call for an egg white. And I will be showing you how they garnish the cocktail with the sugar rim. It's a cinnamon sugar. But I'm just going to show you how to do that because I'm sure you'd be able to figure it out. But I'm going to show you anyway. But just because Rael and I were not really too into that. Although when I was a younger fellow, one of the treats, because I didn't really get any of that fun cereal like all you other kids did. I just got the shredded wheat in the big brick, grape nuts. Oh, Jesus Christ, man! But you get a little bit of cinnamon toast if you were lucky. A little bit of butter, margarine, and a little bit of the cinnamon. I think they also did that at school. I think they did it on white toast there. It was really, that was grubbing. If you were lucky, enough, if I was lucky enough to get the extra 15 cents where I could buy school breakfast. But anyway, spiced rum. This is I can't remember what they were calling out. I think they're calling out Captain Morgan's spiced rum or one of these other ones. This is a spiced rum that I did last year around the holiday season, and it's been in the refrigerator. Simple syrup, our Cointreau, our not so freshly squeezed lemon juice, and should we just go ahead and just make this happen? It's a pretty simple one.
Were you going to show the rim?
We'll do that later when I get ready to pour it. Okay. But you'll figure it out. So let me see, make sure I get on the right one here. So we're going to go with 4 ounces of our spiced rum. 2. When I was originally looking at the recipes, I was doing that thing that a lot of us tend to do these days, where we don't really read the whole thing. So I was reading it, and I thought you're actually putting cinnamon in the cocktail, and actually that's not the case. That's our 4 of our spiced rum, 2 of our Cointreau, I had this other bottle of orange liqueur as well that I bought a couple of weeks ago, and I can't seem to find it. It's eluding me, but I'll find it soon enough. 1 ounce of lemon juice. Then we're going to get up on some of the simple syrup here. We're going to do 1 ounce of our simple syrup. So, salt in the rim, this is going to be very, very similar if you're a person that enjoys the rim of their margarita salted, which it's one of those things, I've said this before, I don't understand sometimes when they ask if you want salt on the rim and then they give you a straw in the cocktail, so you're not really, it's like a visual thing or makes you feel special. If this was a margarita, you'd take a lime and then you'd squiggle it around in your margarita salt or your kosher salt. So I just have a little lemon here. I'm just going to rub that lemon around the rim. And there we go. That would be your cinnamon sugar salted rim, if that's what you would care to do. So what do you think? What do you think you need to do to win this cocktail kit? Any ideas, Rael? I did the records on the deserted island. What do you think? I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna pick however many. Hopefully people are gonna get really, really excited about this, and I'm just gonna get this big string of comments, like 79 or 80 comments and shares and likes and dislikes. And
how about a drink that you haven't made yet?
The person that comes up with a drink that I haven't made yet, which there's 1,000, or even a drink of your own creation. Okay, that means you're gonna have to go back and watch almost nearly 300. You don't even have to watch all the videos. You can just click through and see the titles, and you'll know which ones it is. I like that one. Yeah, give me a drink. I'm doing this one for Mike Drummer. He's a drum instructor up here at the School of Rock up here in Seattle, and he teaches drumming to some of the young people. He says, out of the 28 kids in his class, he might have like 1.5 kids that really gives a shit about playing drums, that's just how it is. So we have all of our ingredients in there. Let's get a little bit of ice. Obviously, I'm not doing the egg white. If I did, I'd want to do a little dry shake there. Y'all remember that. Yeah, when I was looking at the recipe and I thought it had a little bit of sprinkled cinnamon in the drink itself, I was thinking I would just use some cinnamon syrup that I have in here, but that's not what it called for, so we're solid. But we do have, yes, these are just my, I've got a couple of these other martini glasses down here. I think I need to move them, put them in. Oh, ho, ho. Got a little too much lubrication on there. You know what I mean? Slip right out of your hand. Woo, woo! Riding the cable car, baby. Hold on tight. What? We didn't stay at the Sir Francis Drake Hotel, right? Let's buy that other one. The one that has that tiki bar in there. Mm-hmm. Fucking lights. This is okay. I don't mind. It's got this warm kind of fall, wintry spices that are in the spiced rum. What do you think? It's not a total stinker. No. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me, Lords of Blaine, the Duke of the Goddamn Motherfucking Delridge, here in the Wicker Bar, making you cocktails, broadcasting live on the shores of the Longfellow Creek in beautiful West Seattle. This weekend is the day that it's supposed to happen. After 2.5 years, the West Seattle Bridge is open, going to be reopened. It was broken. They closed it down, and we've been stranded here in West Seattle.
Over 900 days.
Over 900 days, if you can believe that. It's been a real it's not been very, very, very convenient if you want to go anywhere or get anybody to come over here to West Seattle. You're in West Seattle? Fuck that, man. It'll take me 2 hours. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to cook dinner. I'm going to give you all like 2 weeks. Two weeks to figure this out. Let's go. What's the first? No, not the first Friday of October. September. How many days are in September? 30, 31. We're gonna go the last 30. We're gonna go the last Friday here in September. I'm gonna give you guys 2 weeks, and I'll do another cocktail next week, and I'll remind y'all what's what. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to go up and make dinner. Thanks a lot for joining me and my wife, Rael, here at the Wicker Bar. Dexter did come down. And don't forget, submit your cocktail ideas. You know what? This one, since I'm feeling benevolent and I'm feeling the spirit of all that is good and righteous in this world, I'm going to ship this anywhere in the world. There's a few places that I won't ship to just because it's a little sketchy and I don't want to waste the money. But let's get your cocktail idea. Let's make it fancy, not too fancy, and I don't mind buying some extra ingredients if I don't have them, because you know what? That's just the way we do it over here. All right, I'm out of here. Get out of here.